Good morning, my sweethearts. How y'all doing today? Well, if y'all get on to YouTube, onto my channel, which is the Pretty Heart Conqueror, y'all would sit here and think that this is a live. But really, it's not a live. It's a video that I'm recording for the first time, and I'm hoping that this video is going to be perfect. But I am nervous of doing this, so here goes. I hope everybody's having a blessed Tuesday on this beautiful Tuesday. On my side of town, it's beautiful. The sun is bright, shining. And also how I'm doing great. I'm blessed and everything. Usually I do my lives in YouTube, but I'm gonna do this video for the first time and hopefully this is gonna be a perfect video. But the topic that I'm gonna be talking about is going to be 10 brutal truth nobody prepares you for. And sometimes in life, we don't prepare ourselves for the brutal truth. But sometimes in life, we have to have the brutal truth to hit us sometimes. And even though we don't want it to hit us, but sometimes we need to have that in order for us to move towards our goals, or learn who our true friends are, or learn who our true colleagues are, and everything like that. So I'm going to go on the first topic. On the first, well, don't mean to say topic. The first thing about it. Here go the first one. People change, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the good. And that's true. A lot of people change for the good, and a lot of people change for the bad. But what you have to also realize, that when you change, what do you think you changing for? Are you changing for the good, or are you changing for the bad? I know with me being on YouTube, I'm changing for the good. And a lot of people are going to be thinking I'm changing for the bad, because I'm not the same person that they met on YouTube. They looked at me as a person that, like for example, I had 50 subscribers at one point. But then when I started going live and I started doing my, as you say, positive words and empowering words, had hit them. But when I didn't do the things that I used to do, people probably might have thought I changed. But I feel like I changed for the good. So if you feel that you changed for the good, keep on doing what you're doing. If you feel that you changed for the bad, then do something about it. But don't ever feel discouraged if you feel like people are thinking that you changed for the worse, because only you can know that. They don't know the real you. You know the real you. And your real friends, they know the real you. And your colleagues, they know the real you. They know that you didn't change for the good. Change for the bad. You changed for the good. So as long as you know that you changed for the purpose that you changed for, that's all that matters. Keep it moving. The next one is number 2. You'll outgrow people you thought you would be in your life forever. Now, I'm not going to lie. I had a lot of friends that I thought that I was going to grow together with for a long time. But then things happen. And when you go through a life change in your life, you're going to change. Like, for example, when I lost my mother January 30th, 2023. That was the most traumatic change that I ever been through in my life. My mother was my anchor. My mother was everything. She helped me with my 5 children. She has been with my dad for 50 years. And that was a dramatic change in my life. And a lot of people that I used to be with and used to hang with, sorry for the glare, guys. When that happened to me, it was a dramatic change in my life. So I had to make changes that was best for me. And a lot of people thought that I wasn't the same person. But when you lose somebody in your life, it's going to change you in a different perspective. In a different perspective that you never thought that would happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you're going to have a lot of people that say that you switched up on them. And a lot of people are going to sit there and think that you're not the same person. But when you lose somebody in your life, it's going to change you. It's going to make you think of life in a different way. So always remember, if you change and you outgrow people, that means you had a perspective. It's nothing bad about that. It's nothing bad about that. And in life, we're going to outgrow people. It's just all about how they intake it and how we intake it. And if a person don't know why you made that change, they wasn't meant to be in your circle. So always remember that you're gonna outgrow people, but it's all about how they adjust to it. And then also you have to know within yourself why you went through that change. And as long as you know within yourself, you be fine. Number 3, the more real you are, the few people will like you. Now, this is facts. Ever since that I started being on YouTube, I always been myself. I always keep it 1,000. I always never lie to anybody. And there's no purpose of me being a different person now. Because when you be real with people, people have a tendency of thinking that you're a bad person. But it's better for you to keep it 1,000 or keep it 100 or whatever you want to say. It's better for you to keep it real with a person than to lie to them. Lying to a person don't get you anywhere, and it doesn't make y'all friendship or relationship any better. So what is the purpose of you lying to a person? Because I'm that type of person. I'd rather for you to tell me the truth than to lie to me. Because if you lie to me, then that means our relationship or our friendship wasn't a buck in the first place. So always remember, when you keep it real with a person, you're going to lose people in your corner, and you're going to lose people that's in your life because they cannot take the realness, and they cannot they cannot handle the fact that you keep it 1,000 with them. So they have to look in within themselves. Do they rather for a person to tell them the truth or have a person tell them a lie? So if I was you, I would always keep it 1,000. That's just my opinion. Number 4, your absence will teach them what your presence never could. I had a lot of people in my life that I was present for. But once I was absent for a long period of time, I had them tell me they miss me. And guess what? That's the point. If you didn't value my presence, why should I be present? So I might as well be absent. See, if you want somebody to be present in your life, you need to cherish them when they are present in your life, not when they absent. Because when they absent, it's a 50-50 chance that while they are absent, you will never see them again, meaning that they would probably be 6 feet down under and you wouldn't have no idea. So that's why everybody always says cherish the memories with your family and your friends, your true friends. Because when you don't accept them in the presence, that means that you never valued it in the first place. So what is the point of a person being present in your life and you did not ever accept it with them being there in the first place? That's how I feel about the situation. Okay, the next one is family can be toxic too. I'm not going to lie. Family can be toxic. They can. They're supposed to be there for you. But sometimes they can tell you things that can be brutal, and some of them can be negative. But sometimes you have to realize there's certain family members that you can trust and there's certain families that you can't trust. And I'm at that point in my life as well. Because to this day, I know my adopted side, but my biological side I know as well. But at the present time, I'm not talking to my mother. Because right now, the way I feel about my mother, she's toxic. She's very toxic. And sometimes you have to distance yourself from family members that are toxic. But then you do have family members that you can trust and you can depend on. So always remember, yeah, family can be toxic, but not all of them. It's only selected people that you can trust. And that's just my opinion. Okay, number 6. The world only respects results, not effort. The world only respects results, not effort. In my personal opinion, I feel like as long as you make an effort to whatever you do, I give you a goal for that. Because I'd rather reward you with efforts than to not do nothing at all. And I will respect you. I will build up respect for you when you keep on doing that effort, and you let it build up. But if you don't do anything, I won't respect you. Just like, for example, when I was out of a job for at least about 6 months, struggling like crazy, I was constantly looking for a job. I was consistently looking for a job. That's effort. But if you out of a job and you just sitting around the house and just sitting on a lazy boy eating ho-hos like you don't got nothing to do, that right there I don't respect. But if you put an effort by being consistent, then I give you respect. But as far as the world is concerned, I care less what the world thinks. Because as long as I know what I'm doing and I'm putting my all into it, that's all that matters. It should not matter what the world thinks. And that's the thing. People want to follow the system. And the system got so many people's minds so jacked up in the head that they constantly follow the system. Follow your own system. If you make an effort, you get respect. But if you don't do anything, nobody's not going to give you respect. You won't even give your own self-respect. So always remember that. Number 7, forgiveness doesn't always mean reconnecting. That is true. Because there's a lot of people in my life that has hurt me. And when I say I had people hurt me, I had people hurt me. But in a sense, I do forgive them. But we cannot reconnect. And the reason why you cannot reconnect, because when you put your heart, your soul, your trust, everything in it, it's going to hurt. It's almost like a person took something from you that meant something so dear to you, and then they snatched it from you and never gave it back. But when you give a person your heart, your soul, trust, even introduce you to your family, that's hard. The world that we live in, trust, it's like $1,000. Once you break that, the respect is gone. Everything is gone. And you can't reconnect from that. And you can't even start over. Because even if you try to start over, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. So it's good to give forgiveness, but it's hard to reconnect. Because when you put all your heart into something, it hurts. It hurts real bad. So always remember that. Yeah, it's true you can forgive, but you cannot reconnect, because once you put your all into something, it's going to hurt you so bad. And I can relate, because I had a whole lot of people hurt me, but I forgive them. I wish them all the best in the world, but I cannot reconnect with you. Number 8, some people only apologize to fix the guilt, not your pain. You really want to know the truth why they want to apologize? Because it said exactly up here. They want to apologize to put a Band-Aid on it, so they won't feel no guilt. And they don't want to face the music. But that pain takes time to heal. And a lot of people feel like for example, somebody could sit there and say something so brutal to you, and they try to apologize to fix it. It's hard when you are able to fix what you have done. Because if you really did not mean to say what you said, why did it came out your mouth in the first place? That means you had intentions, or you wasn't thinking, or you was in the moment. And what people need to focus on the fact that you need to watch what you say, because sometimes you not going to realize what damage you have done to a person. And for you to put a Band-Aid on it and thinking that the pain is going to go away, the pain is not going to go away. And to be honest, even though if you apologize, it's still going to hurt that person, and it's still going to make them feel numb, because they're going to feel like, why did this person say this to me? Why did this person even think that in their brain? And a lot of people don't think. So with this saying, some people only apologize to fix their guilt, that's true. But if you would think before you say something, if you think before you say something, that wouldn't have happened. And a lot of people need to realize that. But this world is so messed up. People don't really care what they say out their mouth. They just want to spill all that toxicity out their mouth and think that, they sitting there thinking like, well, shoot, I sat there and I said what I said. I bombed them out. But you're not realizing what damage you could have been doing to the person. And then later on down the line, you want to apologize and be talking about something, well, I wasn't being this person, or I didn't mean to be that person. It's no point of you saying you didn't mean to be that person, but you came out your mouth and said it. So it's no sense of you putting a Band-Aid on it, because shoot, the scars already bare. I'm still feeling the pain. And people need to realize before you say something out your mouth, you need to recognize what you say. You have to realize that. So always remember, some people only apologize to fix their guilt, but not the pain, because the pain's going to stay there forever. So it's no use. You might as well say it's no use for you to put a Band-Aid on it. You might as well go ahead and let that joint air out. I mean, I'm just saying. That's just my personal opinion. Number 9, you'll be judged no matter what you do. You're going to be judged no matter what you do. And you know what? I'm going to say this right now. Y'all going to laugh at me when you see me on this video doing this. If I have my hair like this, I bet you 9 times out of 10, everybody and their mom going to sit there and talk about my hair. And they're going to probably sit there and be like, oh my God, why she didn't comb her hair this morning? Why she didn't do this? Why she didn't do that? In this society today, if you were to wear something different other than the next person, the first person gonna sit there and say, oh, why she's wearing that? Oh, that don't look too great. I wouldn't wear that. But that's the typical saying. Because we have people that's old school, we have people that's new school, we have people that's middle school, whatever you want to say. And the first thing they would say that I wouldn't wear that. Or I wouldn't do that. Or I wouldn't take these courses, or whatever the case may be. Okay, that's you. That is you. And that's the problem with society today. People want to judge people for the color of their skin, because of what they got on, or what type of classes they take in. And also, let's keep it real, what type of content creator that you are. It doesn't matter what you do. Or it don't matter what religion you have. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter how your hair look. Somebody's going to always have something to say. Oh, and let's not forget the type of friends that you have. Because I'm not going to act like I'm perfect. Shoot, I'm not going to lie. I had my moments that I said something. But I have learned over time, you do not judge the next person, regardless of anything that they do. And if they do it, that's their business. Let them do what they want to do. Because to be honest with you, people are going to do whatever they want to do anyway. So why waste your energy worrying about what the next person is doing, or worrying about who they with, or worrying about what they doing? People are going to do what they're going to do. Regardless of anything, people are going to do what they're going to do. So at the end of the day, don't worry about what the next person is doing. Don't worry about that. That's not your business. As long as you are happy of what you doing, it should not matter to the next person what the heck you doing. People going to talk about you until you blue in the face. Shoot, people might talk about you while you got a booger on your nose or on this part of your nose, and wouldn't even tell you if you had the booger sitting there. They would sit there and just laugh at you and just be like, instead of you saying, hey, partner, you got a piece of booger or whatever on your nose. And you couldn't tell me this? You just gonna have me sitting there looking crazy with having a little booger or something on my nose? What type of friend are you? So regardless, everybody's gonna judge. Everybody's gonna talk about you. Everybody's gonna say whatever they need to say. But at the end of the day, as long as you know what you doing, and as long as you happy with yourself, that's all that matters. It should not matter what the next person thinks, because they're going to judge you anyway. And let's hit to the last one. Number 10. Happiness is in the inside job. No one can give it to you. I'm going to make something very clear. The happiness starts with you. The happiness starts with you. You. Not me. You. You have to be happy within yourself. No one cannot give you the happiness. Nobody else is going to make you happy except for you. The only person that can make you happy is you. That's it. It doesn't matter if I had 10 boyfriends, one husband, whatever. Just because I have all of them doesn't make me happy. The only way it's going to make me happy is if I'm happy with myself. And a lot of people out here is not happy with themselves. Because when you go around here talking about other people, when you're around here judging other people, when you're around here just not being yourself, you're not happy with you. You're not happy with you. So how do you expect to find happiness and you're not happy with you? And I'm not gonna lie, when my mother had passed away, I was not happy with myself at all. And I went to different directions. I went to this person, I went to that person, I hung with this person, I hung with that person. I was not happy at all. I was not happy at all. So I was finding different ways to find happiness. But that's not how you live. You have to find happiness within yourself, and then you need to find something that makes you happy. You have to find something that makes you happy. And you have to find that happiness within yourself. And once I had relieved that pain when my mom had died, and I did it this year, I released the pain when my mother had died. I released it. Now I'm a better person. I'm a better person. I don't tolerate no crap from people. I don't tolerate people, saying whatever they want to me. And I most definitely, if a person wants to be in a relationship with me, I'm not going to sit there and tolerate their mess because they just want one particular thing. There's certain things you need to figure out within yourself. And once you figure that stuff out within yourself, that's when you know within yourself that you're happy. But that happiness that you're finding, you have to find it within you. Not from a man, not from a woman, not from your father, not from your mother, not from your grandmother, not from your homies, not from your chicks. You. The only person that can find out is with you. That is it. As long as you find that happiness and you happy within yourself, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And those are the brutal truths that I have for you. And I got one more message for you. One more message for you. Find your own path. That's part of being happy too. That's part of your happiness. And what I mean by that is, it's good to have a leader. It's good to have a person you can follow. But you have to find your own path. It's good for a little while to follow people, but it gets old. When is it going to get to a point that you're going to follow your own path? It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. But guess what? It's going to be worth it at the end. It's going to be worth it. I'm not going to lie to you. I used to have a whole bunch of leaders. I had a whole bunch of people I followed. But at my big age, at 42, I have found my own path to follow. And it's a good feeling to know your own path instead of following people. When are you going to learn to follow your own path than following people? And it had to take for me to get to this big age right here for me to realize that. And especially had my mom pass away. And it's nothing wrong with that. Because sometimes when you have dramatic stuff happen to you like that, it makes you think. I've been through a lot of tragic stuff in my life. But it makes you think. It makes you realize how life is not easy. And not only that, life is too short for the bull. So you need to try to find your own path. And once you find your own path, you navigate yourself through the bull. That's why I have the name that I have. Pretty Heart the Conqueror. because I conquer the world every day. I conquer obstacles, challenges, all of it. And I thought it was not possible to conquer anything in my life. But that was the purpose why I called myself that name. That's why. Because I am a lot stronger than what people give me credit for. And not only that, I found my own path and I found my happiness. And I'm going to stay that way as long as I live. I promise you that. I promise you. And before I get off of here, I like to give some shout outs to certain content creators, and it's going to be quick. I'd like to give a shout out to Brittany, and Justin. She's a content creator. I want y'all to show her some support. I also want you to show some support to Brandon of Palm Beach. Show him some love. Solomon, the Solomon Project. Show him some love. Monique Power. Show her some love. Stash Cash. Show him some love. Mr. Mulatto 365. Show him some love. Everybody that I named, and then also I want you to show some love. Main 41. And also Positive Crash Outs. And my auntie, Miss Lexi Milner. And Assan's, The Light of Wisdom. Purple Moon Terror. Terraline, if I'm saying it correctly, Terraline, show her some love. It could be a lot of people I could be missing at this point, but everybody that is everybody that is basically on my channel, you should give everybody the love and support that they need. Everybody is a terrific content creator. Everybody has a gift and everybody has the ability. Like I always say in my chat, I believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself. And another person that I want you to give support to as well is Stick R2 or Stick 2R. He's an amazing content creator as well. Give him a shout out as well. I would like to thank everybody that is watching this video. And until next time, the Pretty Heart Conqueror is out. See you soon.